Nothing to do this week? Don't miss another event. Go to blacksinsanantonio.com for our event calendar. The home of the largest business directory in San Antonio with an African American focus. Sign up today for our weekly e-blast and text message alerts. Help us make this a better community. Connect, empower, grow.
I want to thank you all for tuning in to Black Friday. I'm your host, Keith Scott. You know where we always come with the hottest topics and subject matter and a special guest right here on Black Friday Live. Today's special guest right here on Black Friday Live is the Executive Director for Beat AIDS Coalition Trust right here in the Alamo City, Mrs. Michele Durham. How are you doing, Mrs. Durham?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me on your show.
Thanks for being on here. Beat AIDS in the Alamo City. You guys have been putting in work. For my viewers out there, tell my viewers a little bit about Beat AIDS Coalition Trust right here in the Alamo City.
Well, actually, Beat AIDS is an acronym, and it stands for Black Effort Against the Threat of AIDS. We were actually founded in 1987, and so we're really excited because this is our 30-year anniversary.
Wow, happy anniversary.
Thank you, Keith.
3 decades, huh?
That's right. And we were founded by a young lady named Mel Johnson.
Right.
She was a nurse and LVN at our local health department, and she saw a disparity in the epidemic. Yeah. She noticed that African Americans were disproportionately being infected by HIV. And so she decided to get out there and educate individuals in her community and make a difference. Her pastor, Pastor Johnson at the time, backed her up in that endeavor, and that's how we had our humble beginnings.
Yeah, it's kind of like when, that crazy drug crack came on the scene.
Oh, yeah.
AIDS in the 80s, that epidemic was really huge throughout the country, and it's kind of was on the rise in the 80s. And when was the foundation? How long? 87?
1987. We were the third organization to respond to this epidemic in San Antonio.
Wow. 1987, so
yes.
Still around over 30 years,
Over 30
years. Happy anniversary. Tell my viewers a little bit about the services and what you all provide right here in the Alamo City.
Well, one of the things that I'm really proud of, in addition to the fact that we've been around for 30 years, is that we are the largest and longest standing HIV prevention provider in all of San Antonio.
Wow, okay.
So what that means is we offer more tests than any other organization.
Okay.
And just as a spinoff on that, I'd like our audience to know that we provide free HIV testing at both our locations every day, 8:30 to 6 p.m. And so we have an east side location at 618 Hudson Street, as well as a location downtown, 1017 North Main, Suite 200. You can walk in, we're available, the test is free. The Centers for Disease Control has asked that all individuals between 13 and 64 get tested, and that's regardless of race, age, or gender. So we're asking everyone, come out and get a free test. But in addition to that, Keith, if an individual is found to be HIV positive,
okay,
we offer services to ensure that that individual gets connected to medical care so that they can actually get treatment. It's not a death sentence anymore.
Right.
If you come in and get this test, you can get on medications and live a lifelong healthy life.
Yeah, and the test doesn't take that long for my viewers.
That's right.
Tell my viewers, if they came into any one of these locations on the east side or downtown, it's what, a minute or something?
That's right. It's only 90 seconds.
90 seconds to get tested at these locations.
To get the results. And not only that, but we have testers who are trained in counseling.
Right.
And they will offer risk reduction ideas so that people have options on how to make sure that if in fact their test comes back HIV negative, that they can stay negative.
Wow. So you have some programs implemented to help people, even with
That's
the
right.
counseling.
Yes.
Because we know, sometimes, and not sometimes, you need that counseling when you find out somebody that's not aware, because it's a shocker.
That's right.
So
it's actually a traumatic event for many people.
It's very traumatic. So you got some counseling implemented?
We've got some outpatient substance abuse counseling sessions available. We have mental health counseling. We've got support groups.
Okay.
We also have transportation and housing services.
Wow.
We have emergency financial assistance services.
Wow.
So we want to just make sure that there are no barriers to anyone being able to get into medical care, get the treatment that they need, and be able to continue with their life, have a high quality of life in spite of being infected or affected by HIV and AIDS.
Okay, so I want to shift gears a little bit. I know you all are coming up, it's your anniversary, but next Saturday, I want you to tell my viewers about the event that Beat AIDS is having right here in the Alamo City. Next Saturday,
Yes,
right?
well, actually, it's going to be on Friday.
Friday, the
That's
22nd.
Right. Friday, the 22nd.
Okay, tell my viewers a
So-
little bit about the event next Friday.
Well, in celebration of our 30 years, we're going to have an annual banquet. But in addition to a banquet, this year we're going to have a gala. And so what that means is next Friday, September 22nd, at the Airport Hilton Hotel at 6 p.m., we will be having our banquet with dinner, dancing, as well as a cash bar. And everyone's invited. We hope that all of you are able to come. It's $50 per person. And the way that you can go online to pay for that ticket is at www.beataids.org. Again, our website is www.beataids.org, and everyone's welcome. Please go online, buy a ticket, and we'd love to do dinner and dancing with you in celebration of our 30 years. We've served over 300,000 people over the lifetime of the agency. We're proud of that. We are celebrating the fact that we've been able to give back to our community and the fact that we're still here to continue to give back. This year's theme is growing beyond your growing edge.
Okay.
And we see ourselves growing forward.
Okay, I want my viewers to know now, do you have to be a resident of Bexar County to come in either one of your facilities?
We offer services for residents of Bexar County as well as the surrounding 11 counties. So there are 11 other counties that touch Bexar County.
Okay.
And those are the counties that we're confined to for our services. But I think it's important that viewers know that if in fact you live in a different county other than the ones we serve, we have case managers on staff.
Okay.
Who will help make that transition and referral to the proper place for treatment and for care.
Now, is this out of the state of Texas as well? When we
That's
talk
right.
about all over the country?
We're talking about all over the universe. We're talking about all over the globe. Beat AIDS, we collaborate and have partnerships everywhere. And so we're happy to facilitate any transition that any client needs.
Yeah, I think my viewers needed to know that it's not just out of, in this state, you guys are all over. Now, next Friday, what time does the event start on Friday?
The event will start, the doors open at 6, and the event will start promptly at 6:30. Again, at the Airport Hilton next Friday, September 22nd. Go online, get your ticket today, www.beataids.org. And also, you can call. We have a phone number, and that is 210-212-2266. You can call, ask for Frida. Again, our phone number is 210-212-2266, and we're happy to have anyone and everyone come celebrate with us.
All right, well, thank you. I'm so thankful that you came on. Really informative information, Beat AIDS Coalition Trust right here in the Alamo City. Stay logged on right here. I want to thank our executive director for being on Black Friday Live. Stay logged on for more right here at Black Friday Live.
Thank you, Keith.
You're quite welcome. I want to thank you all for tuning right back here to Black Friday Live. I'm your host, Keith Scott. I told you I was coming back. I'm always excited about my guests on Black Friday Live. This next guest that I'm about to introduce has been doing it all through the state of Texas and venturing off all through the globe and the map. I've got Mr. Derrick Wilson right here with Power Factor Entertainment Group. Man, thanks for being on Black Friday Live.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
How you doing, man?
I am fantastic, blessed to say the least.
That's a good thing, man. Putting in work with Power Factor. For my viewers that don't know Power Factor Entertainment Group, tell them a little bit about Power Factor, Mr. Wilson.
Well, Power Factor was established in 2012.
Okay.
And our basic, I guess on the ground start was just a day party.
Okay.
And it kind of developed into, this really, really good group of people. Myself, Tony Nelson, and Kyle Edwards, and so on and so forth.
Right.
And we really and truly just kind of wanted to bring an environment to San Antonio that really hadn't been here for as long as I could have remembered anyway.
Right.
And you know, we wanted to kind of do things the right way, and we just kind of established a business and, you know, went off into these different ventures, things that we always wanted to do. You know, ideas that would come from all of us. You know, just, you know, collectively thinking of what we could actually bring to San Antonio from an entertainment perspective.
Right. So tell my viewers a little bit about some of the, you know, the entities that you guys and the flavor that you bring when we say, you know, Power Factor Entertainment. What are some of the things that you guys do?
So the first thing that our foundation is basically the day party. We started with doing day parties. It was a daycation. That was one of the things that was really, really important to us. And we kind of did that. We did it on almost on a, like a quarterly scale in a sense.
Okay.
And you know, once that we kind of grew when it came to that, we felt like we could venture into more things. So we started doing live music events. You know, with bringing people like Christopher Williams, Music's Old Child, Jasmine Sullivan. You know, people of that caliber, Mystical and Kiki Wyatt, so on and so forth. You know, the list kind of goes on and on. And then
Eric Roberson?
No, that wasn't us. That wasn't us.
You guys?
Okay, but that was a really good show.
That was a good show.
Yeah,
I thought that were you guys.
No, that wasn't us. That
was
not us. I was there though. That was a great show. But you know, but what I wanted to try to do is we have another event that we do that I'm very, very proud of. It's called the Lions Den, and the Lions Den basically focuses on independent artists that don't have the platform that the artists that they typically perform for.
Okay.
They're typically background vocalists for the likes of Beyonce, Shantae Moore, Eric Benet, people like this, you know, and they're background vocalists, but they're uberly talented on a completely different level. So they don't get the platform. So what my thought process was like, let's give these people a platform, and it's turned into what it is. We've been doing it now for 2.5 years, and it's kind of grown into its own little thing. You know, we could literally walk away from it. Power Factor could walk away from it, and the Lions Den will kind of move on. It's taking a life on of itself. So
yeah, that's good stuff. Because for my viewers out there, most people don't know a lot of these artists that are out there, mainstream artists. They got their start doing backup.
Absolutely.
You know, Luther, a lot of them. The list goes on and on. These guys were doing backup. So that's pretty cool that you give these talented people a platform.
Yes, sir.
You know, outside of you seeing them in the background, people don't know who they are. Right. But I know you guys got an event coming up, man, and you shifted gears on a rooftop, right? Is it the lunch?
Yes. Well, what we did was, so
tell my viewers a little bit about what's going on.
Basically, the Lions Den was done at this venue called Nirvana. Ownership changed.
Right.
So we kind of had to change gears a little bit. But what it did was it afforded us an opportunity to be creative.
Okay.
You know, so we were moving to another venue, kind of had a stumbling block when it came to that, because when anything you're dealing with construction, it was an under construction project, you know.
Right.
So we found out from the construction manager that things weren't going to be on time as far as, you know, the place being actually ready for a show day.
Right.
That really gave us an opportunity to be a little bit more creative. So what we did was we moved it to a rooftop, an outside area, to be able to just kind of almost enjoy the weather that we've been having here in San Antonio in a sense. So it's just still great live music with a completely different ambiance. The ambiance of the inside-outside venue with anything you could think of when it comes to just a great environment, you know. Yeah. So that's what we have. That'll be this Sunday on the 17th of this month.
Yeah, this Sunday. But I want my viewers to know a little bit more about Power Factor, because when we talk about the different demographics of age, so who do you all target? Are you targeting the young generation? You know, you get up to the old school. Are you using a little versatility with that? With those demographics?
really like that question. Typically, when people ask me that question, because I don't really have a demographic.
Okay.
What I have is I want to be able to entertain people in general.
Right.
You know, you think about music in a sense. You know, if you even think about the younger generation, even right now, if you see social media, because I pay very, very close to social media and what's hot, what's new, and we have
what's trending.
Exactly, what's trending. We have a young gun in our camp to kind of keep us going in reference to that. So what I'm noticed about even the younger generation is really, really intrigued by the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
So our demographics spread far and wide, because you think about myself, I was born in the 70s, but the 80s and the 90s was what really was good for me.
Yeah.
So ultimately, with me being the age that I am, the younger generation loves what I love too. So ultimately, any event that you'll see us at it'll range from 21 to 50.
Okay.
I mean, it's a very large demographic.
Right.
You know, so, and I try not to get too focused on age groups.
Okay.
Because I think if you bring good people together, no matter what age they are, it's going to be a good event. Bottom line, you know. So it's just focusing on really a solid, mature audience and people that genuinely want to be entertained on the next level. That's really what it's about.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys' mission statement is to just really bring great entertainment, make it fun,
absolutely,
make it affordable,
absolutely,
all of those good things.
Yes, indeed.
Tell my viewers a little bit more about this event on Sunday, man, because you guys got creative. What time does it start on Sunday?
The doors open up at 6 o'clock. That's our normal open up time. The live music starts at 7 or so.
Okay.
Typically, it's around 7 o'clock, and we have This is one time that we've done something that we have not done. We're bringing a group called 6 Minutes Till Sunrise, which features one female artist and 2 male artists.
Okay.
And when I tell you
6 Minutes Till
6
Sunrise?
Minutes Till Sunrise.
Oh,
yes.
That's an interesting name.
Yes, that's the name of their group. It's called 6 Minutes Till Sunrise. And when I tell you they are some of the most dynamic vocalists that you'll ever hear, and then with them kind of collaborating in this group.
Are they R&B?
Yes, R&B. It's R&B music. But what they do is, and what I like about them probably more than anything, is they range from doing things from Luther to doing things like Usher and anything you could think of, in the new school, old school, in the middle, whatever you could think of. And from classic to R&B to whatever.
Neo-soul.
Exactly.
Right.
They are dynamic. And I'm excited about them simply because we haven't had the dynamics of a group to come together. So it's going to be a little bit different for us. And we'll go back. And what I'll also talk about is the band that we've put together. We used to have a band called Top Shelf. Top Shelf we have some projects playing with Top Shelf coming up in the future.
Yeah, Top Shelf was a hot band.
Top Shelf is a good band. They're a really good band. And we have some projects playing with them in the very, very, very near future. And the band that we put together, assembled for this event, they don't even have a name. But
are you serious? They don't have a name?
They don't have a name. And they would almost prefer not to go by a name because they just say we're just great musicians, and they really are really good.
How many
musicians.
guys do you have?
It's a 5 ensemble.
5.
Two lead, 1 bass. We have a sax, and then we keyboard. Well, obviously drums and keyboard.
Yeah. Well, I like that because nowadays, when we talk about these guys laying it down on stage, you don't see those bands and a lot of entertainment. You don't get to see those guys playing instruments.
Absolutely.
That's real music to me.
Exactly, and that's what I going into anything that we did. I really and truly wanted to focus on just good music because what happens is now, if you think about the generation that we deal with now, everything is so computerized. You can get behind a computer and it's like you can do basically anything, and that bothers me to the degree of the real musicians and the real artists that actually really put the work in during the time that we were. That was really good, solid artistry. Yeah, and I wanted to kind of get back to that. That's why I kind of started focusing on the independent artists. I started focusing on the musicians and things of that nature. So, there was a method behind the madness. I really want us to, and what I also see when it comes to trends, since we talk about trends,
right?
I see the music industry starting to trend backwards when it comes to music. If you think about the likes of Bruno Mars and things of that nature, Bruno Mars is really doing a lot of instrumentation when it comes to his music. So,
he's a talented guy.
It's unbelievable.
Man. Yeah, he's talented.
Really unbelievable.
He's talented.
And if you think about all the shows that he does, it's all instrument based. You know, so they know record labels know what's going to sell. He's a hot guy. And then you think about Frank Ocean and all those kind of guys. It's really trending back towards that.
Those guys are laying it down. Shout out to Bruno Mars. He's going to be in the Alamo City in October.
Yes, sir.
So we're looking forward to him coming here laying it down. But man, what's in the future for Power Factor? What's on the agenda?
On the agenda is, it's really just as simple as this. I think we talked about this a little bit earlier. But it's time for us to get to the next place, to get to the next level.
Tell my viewers what that is when you say get to the next level.
Our ultimate mission when it comes to Power Factor is to become a nationally known entertainment group. We focus on everything entertainment. We want to do comedy, plays. If you love orchestra, we want to do orchestra. We want to do whatever it is entertainment based. And the only way that we could actually do that is to put ourselves in a situation, a position to be able to do it by, exploring these different options with different things around the country. We've done things in Mississippi. I'm working on a project right now in Atlanta.
In my crooked letter, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
And, you know what's funny is that I had no expectations, but when we did it, it's a really, really great show. The people there were absolutely fabulous. And so it really, really intrigued us about really wanting to branch out and really, really start doing a lot of things outside of the city. Because, you know, we don't want to be one-dimensional, obviously.
Broaden the horizon.
Absolutely. You know, so.
Well, man, I want to thank you for taking out, for the people out there. Thanks for tuning in. Right back to Black Friday Live. I told you guys I was coming back with another special guest right here today. Today's last guest right here on Black Friday Live, I got Glow Armor. Armor Entertainment is in the building. What's going on, Glow?
How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. Love the look.
Oh, why, thank you.
What's going on, Glow?
Everything. Life is great. Life is great.
You look great, man.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
You look like you're enjoying life and putting in work. Man, I know you guys are almost coming up on 10 years with Second Verse.
We are so excited. Second Verse, we've been doing it. September was 9 for us.
Okay.
And we just are watching it grow and grow, and we've been so blessed, and we're so excited about it. It's put us in the, made us have the ability to do other things. So we like the direction that everything's going.
Yeah. Tell my viewers a little bit about Second Verse and this platform for 9 years.
Okay.
Tell them a little history about Second Verse.
Armor Entertainment, we do lots of different things as things come up, but our primary event is Second Verse. We do that every second Friday.
Okay.
I am a poet, and so that's where my love lies. So what happened was there was a venue that I used to go to late 90s into the 2000s called Free Verse.
Okay.
And Free Verse ran 7 years and then abruptly ended.
Right.
So there was a period of time where I didn't have anywhere I wanted to go.
Yeah.
So my then husband decided, well, we'll just create a venue.
Okay.
And at the time, I didn't want a venue. I wanted to go to a venue. But he was like, no, we're going to start one. I'm going to find a place. We're going to have it, and you're going to host it. And I was just like, I just want to be a poet. But he talked me into it, and I'm so glad. We started at a small black-owned wine shop, and from there it just took off, and we kept moving and kept moving and kept moving.
That's where the vision was birthed on.
It just expanded, and we just love everything about it.
Yeah, so you guys use this platform for a lot of different poets that are, you know, so gifted in words.
Oh, yeah.
And tell my viewers a little bit about, you know, the poets that you bring, because they're not just local poets.
No.
They come from all over.
I love that there's so much talent in San Antonio, it's undeniable.
Right.
However, we want to expand, we want to give people the ability to see other folk. So we have poets coming in from all over the world now. They come in, they've heard of Second Verse. We won best poetry venue in the nation twice.
Wow, congrats on that.
Thank you. So we are very recognized. We're a very big venue. We do between 250 and 300 for poetry, which is a big crowd for poetry.
Yeah, that's
usually poetry crowds tend to be small and intimate.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that.
Right.
It's just we do a very big venue, and so we get poets from all over that want to come. And because we're only once a month, that's just 12 in a year.
Right.
So the demand is high.
Right.
So we're able to pick and handpick the talent that we want to have for our city.
Yeah. Tell my viewers where the venue is.
The venue, we're at Continental Cafe.
Correct.
Which is located at 6390 Fairdale. It's a beautiful event center that, you know, her bread and butter is in weddings and birthdays and that sort of thing. But we're there all the time. It's a wonderful space. We love it. It's Faye at the Continental. It's been a great home for us.
Now, you got something else that you do too, not just
Tell
my viewers a little bit about, you know, the other work that you're putting in here.
Well, okay, so I'm a social media girl. I think most of us have to be now.
Right.
And I noticed that, because I'll just randomly post something, and just to get people dialoguing and debating, I like that sort of thing. I like it done so that we can share ideas but do it respectfully. Okay. So I just felt like we were spending all this time in this virtual space doing that. Why not do it in real life? Right. So last month, I started a
a new event called Topics in the Turn Up. And the Topics is a discussion group that happens from 7 to 9. And then the Turn Up is an actual party that goes from 9 to 2.
Okay.
So we get to be smart and then we get to party all at the same time. And
that sounds cool.
It's amazing. We're doing that at Jamaica Cuisine, which is on Austin Highway.
Okay.
And so that's every third Friday. So that actually is happening today.
Today is Thursday. It's going down.
I kind of lost track. Yeah. So we're getting ready to do that. And it's every third Friday.
Every third Friday. So Jamaica on Austin Highway.
7 o'clock.
They got some good Jamaican food.
They have
over
some
there
great
too.
Jamaican food.
Yeah, they do.
So it's like, who wouldn't want to come? You get to have this awesome discussion group of intellectuals talking about all these different topics. There's a party. There's this great food. There's a bar. There's just there's nothing lacking in any of that.
So, I mean, Glo, this second verse is really just kind of just branched off. You know, what are your expectations and goals, 9 years into it? Where do you want this to go, the second verse?
I love it because there's some other events that we've had the privilege of doing. We brought Floetry a couple of years ago. We had them at the Aztec, so we did that concert.
Girls, yeah.
It was amazing. I want to do more concerts. It's just a lot of work and a lot of planning. So we want to be very mindful of that and do the right type of concert. So we're still looking at some things like that. We do I love little fun activities. Sometimes we do like a little, what we call a sensual dance class for the ladies.
Okay.
Bring them in and I hire a exotic dancer to come and teach the ladies how to be sexy for their men. So we do all different types of events. And the other side of the business, we also do promotion and planning.
Okay.
So we have a graphic designer on staff. We have the ability to do print work, t-shirts, all that kind of stuff, and promote. We also promote events that are not Armor Entertainment events.
Right.
I've done some subcontract work for Live Nation through the Aztec.
Right.
So we call it a one-stop shop. We do our own events, but we can also help facilitate people who do events as well.
Okay, for those that are interested, how can they get some more information on that?
Well, our website is Armor Entertainment, and it is Armor is ARMMER entertainment.net. That is our website. They can reach out to us there. We also have a presence on Facebook as well. And there's also a separate second verse page as well, and a separate second verse website, which is secondverse.net. It's the number 2, indieverse.net.
When's the next second verse?
So the next second verse will be second Friday in October. I believe that's the 13th.
Okay.
And then the next topics in October will be on the 20th. So they're always back-to-back Fridays.
Back-to-back Fridays.
Yep.
You guys are putting in work, Chloe.
We're trying to make it happen. We love I'm from San Antonio.
Okay, San Antonio.
Yes. I don't meet a lot of people who can say that. I was born, raised, went to school. And
Where'd you go to high school?
I went to Sam Houston High School.
Sam Houston.
Class of 89.
All right.
Yes,
Sam Houston.
We were still Cherokees back then.
On the east side.
That's right.
On the east side of San Antonio.
This is home for me. The east side is where I'm from. That's why when I was coming to see you guys, I knew exactly where you were.
Right.
Grew up all in this little area by Carver Library. This is home.
This is home.
Yes.
Well, Glo, I want to thank you for taking the time out to talk to us and giving us that informative information. Man, Glo Armor Entertainment. She gave you the email address, the website. Look them up. Hey, I'm Keith Scott. We'll see you next time right here on Black Friday Live.